So this is the table sales setup, so that I can go into table sales now and I can add a customer to whom I'm selling a product. I can say how many I'm selling and I can set a date on that sale, today's date perhaps. On top of that table sales, I originally created form sales, which is only that data. So it's only the fields which are in that table. And that was a bit basic. So what I did was I created a query here. This query contains a whole bunch of other fields from other tables as well. And if I just quickly look at that in design view, you can see I've got products, suppliers, categories and customers to pull through all that kind of information, which will be useful to have on that kind of form. So based on that query, I've created this form, which is a lot more usable. So the idea is that as someone phones up and to make a sale, I can pull them up as a customer. I can pull up the product that I'm going to sell to them, and I can say how many I'm selling and when I'm selling it, and any other notes that I want to, and still have that extra information about the person that I'm talking to and that kind of information, the unit price and so on. What I'd like to do though, that quantity sold, that 2, hasn't actually been subtracted from the products table from the amount in stock there. So I need to somehow make it so that when I use the form to make a sale, this quantity goes down. So I'm just going to close that, and I'm firstly going to make a query that from the products table is going to look at the quantity in stock, units in stock, and the product ID, and this one will take any particular product, say random one, product ID number 3, and it's going to, I need to make it into an update query first, it's going to update it to, and if I just use the builder from this query, I should have saved it first, sorry, I'll just save it. So query update product in stock. Okay, so now if I go into builder, query update product in stock, not there. It should be, I can just say update to square bracket units in stock -1. So if I now run this query, it says I'm about to update 1 rows, and if we had checked it before, which we didn't do, we'd see that this table, that for product ID number 3, the quantity in stock has gone down by 1. However, that's no good to me. I don't want to always do product number 3. I don't always want it to go down by 1. So instead, I'm going to say I've got this form open. This is the product I wanted, the product ID that I want to subtract from the number in stock, and this is how many I want to subtract from it. So going back to my query, I'm going to say criteria, delete that, and again use the builder. I'm going to go to the form. It's actually a loaded form, so I can go to all forms just as well, and I can find the product ID, and that will go to the form and get whatever's in that product ID field and use that as the criteria. So click OK on that, and instead of subtracting 1, I'll just use the builder again, and I'm going to take the units in stock and subtract from, again, the same form. This is my form. I'm going to subtract the quantity sold. So if I just close that and save it, so the tofu, going to check products tofu, that's this one here. I've got 35 in stock. If I run this query, it's going to look here, it's going to say I'm looking at the tofu, I'm looking at quantity sold 2. Run the query, let's go and have a look again. The tofu has gone to 33, so it's subtracted those 2, so that's exactly as it should work. And the last thing I'm going to do here is just in this form. I'm going to go to design view and put on here a button which will run that query. So under miscellaneous, run a query, and it's going to update the products in stock, and the text we'll have is update stock levels, something like that. And if I go and make a brand new sale just to prove that it works, customer ID around the horn, product ID, aniseed syrup, which I think has currently got 9 in stock, quantity sold 5, date sold today. Click the update stock levels, I get a message, and the aniseed syrup has gone down to 4. Done.